So we are back at the testing center where we first took our test when we got here. Our friend Serena is here. It's nice to have a visitor.
It's so important to check the restrictions before you travel. Even in the 15 days since we arrived and she's arrived, the restrictions have already changed. We needed to take a PCR test upon arrival, and now only an antigen test is necessary.
So yeah, it's constantly changing. It's just important to keep up with that. But yeah, we're happy to have a visitor, and we're gonna go to Borough Market again, get some more good pizza and good food.
We're really excited to share London with Serena.
And she's lived here before too, so it's a fun little homecoming for her.
It's good because we don't have to like go to all the London touristy places like Tower Bridge or Buckingham Palace. Like, she's already done that stuff, so we really get to experience like her favorite things.
It's just nice to see a familiar face who we haven't seen in a while, so. So we just had an awesome meal here at Christopher's, which is pretty much right at the corner of the Covent Garden neighborhood. We came here with Serena for the first time. We've had brunch. Hey, Serena.
Hello.
So this is day 2 of Serena being here.
And the only day 2, or
sadly,
the last day.
Sadly, the last day as well. But we did something that we haven't done in London yet. We went out for brunch. So yeah, awesome meal. It was called the Eggs Maryland. Had a poached egg right on top of a crab cake, and then hollandaise sauce and spinach as well. Sydney had the Santa Fe salad, and Serena got these truffle scrambled eggs. A side of truffle fries to share. We still had truffle on the brain from last night with our truffle tots from Burger and Beyond in Shoreditch. So good, and we're just on this huge truffle kick. So Covent Garden is one of the few neighborhoods on the west side that we've come back to a few times just because it's so cool, even though it's kind of right in the heart of the touristy district with Big Ben and the London Eye and Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, like all the places where tourists usually hang out. This is one area that just doesn't feel all that touristy. Yes, there's a lot of people around, but there's just so many shops and restaurants and bars, and the actual streets themselves look so cool. We talk a lot about pedestrian walkways and how we just don't get a lot of that in the US, especially in, you know, not the major cities. You'll find some in New York and Chicago, definitely not as much as you're gonna see over here in Europe. And Covent Garden's one area that you can just walk around very free. It's your chimneys.
Hello. Oh, the chimney. All right, we're walking around the neighborhood of Bloomsbury. This is the back of the British Museum, and we're just south of the University of College of London.
Serena is showing us her old stomping ground.
So we're now in the Fitzrovia neighborhood where the University College of London is. That's where Serena spent half a year of her life, and we're kind of just reminiscing about where she used to be. We're going over to the Regent's Park, which is just north of here. After a full day of exploring, we are back at Covent Garden where we started. This is a place called The Crown, and we're right down the street from Spitalfields Market. We had an absolutely fantastic day with our friend Serena, who came to visit us, and we're very sad that she's going to be going soon, but I think we had a perfect day exploring where she went to school for a semester, going up to the Regent's Park, which I have not seen yet. Very, very cool up there. Definitely want to return to see a little bit more of the park. And we're just going to go around the table and talk about our peaks and pits from the day.
I would have to say my peak today would be my jelly-filled donut we had this morning.
Until Max.
Until Max ate all the jelly.
And that was the pit.
And that was my pit. No, today's been so good. My pit's not really a huge pit, but we took our first bus ride on the double-decker, and it was only for like 3 stops.
And the front seat.
And the front seat was taken.
My peak of the day was probably walking up to Regent's Park and walking around there. Just because the weather was so nice, and like I was telling Sydney, there was no wind or bugs, so it was generally like a really nice walk, somewhere that I used to spend a lot of time. My pit of the day was probably the fact that I had to get swabbed for the COVID test twice in a row, so an entire minute of swabbing, but thankfully negative results.
I think my best moment of the day was just seeing a different part of London, because I think we've done a lot of exploring on our side. On the east side, we've been doing a lot of exploring basically around the touristy area of Westminster and Covent Garden and all of that. But we went a little more north today, went through Bloomsbury and Fitzrovia. We saw where the British Museum is, which we'll definitely return to at some point. And it was just cool to see like a different style, or a different side of this area that we've been to, because we also have been to Camden, so it's just kind of this middle part that we've connected. I feel like every single day that we've been here, we've gotten more familiar with the city. I feel like you're mostly north of the river people for now. I mean, we haven't done a lot of exploring on the south side, but we definitely on the north side of the river are becoming very familiar with central London. So it's just a good feeling to be familiar with the city. My hit of the day, or my worst part of the day, when we went to the Regent's Park train station, we went down what was essentially a spiral staircase, and it just went on forever and forever and forever, and I never thought that staircase was going to end. And I was holding the camera, and it just was not a fun time, but eventually we figured out the train. We got back to St. Paul's Cathedral for Serena's test, and we were all good. But that might have been my pit of the day, just going down that stupid staircase.
You really are.